All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, we got a good one for y'all today. But before we get started, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We have a lot of videos up right now. If you've been catching up with, um, films or TV shows, we have a couple things that are out right now. Monkey Man recently dropped. Check that out if you haven't seen it, or if you plan on seeing it, definitely check it out. But without further ado, welcome back to Real Reflect. Let's get to it, people. We have a good one for y'all today. Today we'll be reviewing Civil War.
Civil War.
Man, this is it's a heavy one in terms of politically, but there's some good, there's some other. Don't get me wrong, the film's great. All over, ugh, I can't even talk right now. My goodness, that's how this film got me riled up. But let's get to it. Let's get to it, fellas. What are your thoughts all throughout the movie? What are your feelings? Emotions. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, um, the main characters, their job, they're like the press, they're journalists. Okay, so what they go through in this movie was insane. Like, it made me really think like people really go through this in real life, bro. And they got to be so careful. It's like they're like working through a war zone, which is insane to me, bro. So it's like really like mind opening that people actually do this for a living.
Yeah.
And like go to this level of like degree to like put out a story, which is really crazy.
Yeah, and this is very realistic because like the press is always there. I mean, throughout history, there's people document things like they're there for that. Like they want people there because they want to. Even the soldiers want them there because they want to be like recognized. They want to be in that like in the one scene. I don't know if we're doing spoilers. This is spoilers, right?
Yeah. Let's start off with spoiler free in the beginning,
Okay.
and then we'll.
Well, just throughout history, I know that the press is very important because without them, we wouldn't know what happened.
Right. Exactly.
And a lot of things like this, we kind of see this thing with Nightcrawler is a lot of similarities.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Yes,
that?
if you have seen Nightcrawler, you'll understand what he's about to say. Go ahead.
And then just an aspect of like people going to great lengths just to get a moment captured. Also, that one movie, I just thought of it just now. It's a foreign movie where they speak Spanish and the little boy with the camera and with the gangs and stuff, and they were like in Mexico or something or Brazil or something.
Oh, it's Brazil.
Was it?
I know which one you're talking about. We saw. I watched it last year.
Last is the last summer.
Yeah.
But
hey, I know exactly what you're talking about too.
But yeah.
But go ahead. This is something different. It's different in a way where it's in our own turf as Americans. It's in our own backyard, seeing a war break out. Within our own states, people, and it is insane. And throughout the whole film, I just had my jaw, just on the floor, just and wow, and amazed of how, you know, what could have led to this. You know what I mean? And that's basically was my whole thought throughout the whole movie. And I like that the writers and the directors kind of left it out to the audience to kind of depict, like what caused this exactly. Yeah, and yeah, did you find it?
No, I have not found it yet. I'm scrolling to my letterbox.
I know.
But yeah, I think the no spoilers part we can talk about. The pacing was amazing. I felt captivated through the whole movie. Like every scene I felt was real constructed. You all feel the same about the pacing? It was good.
Yeah, it was cool. It was good pacing.
City of God. Yeah, that was what I was talking about. If you know, you know. It's a great movie. I will watch it. And you want to talk about the acting? How did you guys feel about the acting?
I thought it was cool. Like,
yeah.
It seemed realistic. I was nothing I can complain about. It was like, good acting.
I think everybody did their thing, and I don't know that actor's name, but remember the guy with the gun with the red glasses?
Yes.
Oh, he was in Like Mike.
He was.
Yeah.
He's always like a side character in a lot of
And
things,
he does a great
but he's
job
always
with
like
it.
memorable in the movies.
Oh my
He's
goodness.
always memorable. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I want to get his name.
I have his name in here. Jesse Plemons. I believe that's how I pronounce his name.
Jesse Plemons. Yes.
Yeah, Jesse Plemons.
He's a great actor, man.
Yes.
He's been in a lot of stuff. He was in Oppenheimer. He was in he was also in what is that movie?
Killer Flower Moon.
Yes, that was the one. Yeah, Killer Flower Moon.
Yeah.
He's just always a highlighting role.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And honestly, he's so underrated, honestly, and I can't wait till he has his own, starring film, and he deserves it. Honestly, he's been putting in the work. I feel like that's probably one of the most improved actors out there. We've seen him, like he said, we've seen him in films that we grew up on. Like Mike was one that we seen, and yeah.
Talk about the cinematography.
Amazing.
There was just a lot of shots. I was like, wow. Like it felt like an artist was like behind the scenes. Like yeah, we gotta get this spot right here. We gotta even in the graffiti, like on somebody like when they were in that stadium. Yeah. It was like really a lot of good shots.
And I think also too, it being about a film, capturing moments. This film captured a lot of moments, and man, it just, I don't know, it kind of puts you in a position where you're just like how would you have handled this situation? You know what I mean? Yeah, if he was them, or if he was just a civilian, living in that, cause like believe it or not, like I mean not believe it or not, but like there are people right now living in situations like this in other world, in the other side of the world, and they live through this, they sleep through this day to day, it's a daily thing to them. For us, it's different, and that's kind of where like we say that we would cover a lot of political stuff unless it was and this film is politically heavy, heavy invested, and we'll do our best, but we won't dive too deep into it, but we'll kind of brush into it. But what do you guys think of the writing? I think the writing was great.
The writing was amazing. Everybody was intentional. Every character had like a significance.
Every character had a peak, had a moment of growth, a moment of realization. I feel like that was
also with you talking about the political. I like that the writing didn't they didn't really they didn't touch on like anything too political that would have distracted the audience from like the movie.
Right.
Because like like everything today is like political in its own mind. But like it kind of lets you like as a audience member be like, okay, how did we get here? Like
right.
And then the director kind of leaves it open for you to like put the like pieces together of the puzzle.
Yeah.
I really like that was really clever. I think I don't think the political like reason of how this all happened is the important part. Is just I think the story in general,
and also too it kind of puts you in a position like of how people interacted with each other throughout this whole thing. It kind of shows you how greedy people were, or how people view certain things. It kind of also got me to thinking too, like, what are the people that look like me? Like, where they at? You know what I mean? We didn't see much of them, but like, it kind of, but it kind of gives you kind of give it to you in your head, like, yeah, I don't think in this situation, some situation like this, I don't think we would do too good, in terms of survival. I'm not gonna hold you, but yeah,
great world building. That was something that I was trying to get up. The world building is really good.
Yeah, definitely. The pace was just to build up to. Yeah, it was just great.
I think we're done with the non-spoilers, aren't we?
Yeah, we can definitely get into spoilers. Honestly, I think the next impact. Any thoughts on impact of the film? Yeah, or just like
I think this is a very relevant film for right now, because like a lot of times art, which is like movies, try to like give like a warning or make you take notice of something or look at something. And I had a quote in here that I wanted to mention. It was I don't know, I came with this, hopefully this makes sense, but it says we got introduced to this unfamiliar world that eerily feels not so far from unfamiliar. And it doesn't like. I think the scary thing was for me that all this stuff was happening, but it didn't feel unfamiliar for us. I didn't feel like too out of reach for where we are right now
Right.
in the United States. So
Yeah. I mean,
that's as far as I would go.
we've seen it at least somewhat. I wouldn't say close to it, but we've seen it reach to a point where that type of uh, environment came to life. Where let's, for example, over quarantine, the whole protest situation, we got close to it in a way. You know what I mean? But it's not something we're not like you said, we're not unfamiliar with, but we've seen it. But you know the way things may be going, we it might lead to it, But yeah, who's you guys' favorite character throughout the film?
His name was Joe, I think.
Joe.
Yeah, I think he was.
Okay, yeah.
He was
Yeah.
pretty steady character. He knew what he was getting into. He was like ready for like every like basically moment because like you know what you're walking into it when you try to get a story. So like he was kind of like the I would say level headed. Like
He was there to keep. I think the
Yeah.
glue.
yeah, make sure everybody was like didn't overstep. Like when they was trying to get too close to action, make sure everybody like was cool, stay at a good distance. Yeah, he was probably my favorite character.
That's a good one. That's a good one because especially with the newbie, what's her name again?
Jesse.
Jesse. Yes, Jesse. Where when in that scene where they were, it was like a neighborhood type looking thing, and then he was holding her back from like getting killed or getting shot while she was trying to take pictures. In a way, like he had that kind of like
Protectiveness.
protectiveness character to him. What was the old guy's name? Sammy. Yeah.
The
That was-
black guy didn't make it.
Spoiler
Didn't
alert.
make it.
But
He sure did save him.
but
He was a great character,
He
man.
had some a part to play in this film. He had experience for sure.
Yeah.
Seems like this has been going on for quite a while, and he has experience. He has the old head, energy, information type. He's like, there's certain things we should avoid. A lot of them wanted to go towards the danger, but guys, it's not always about going towards the danger. It's about knowing how to avoid danger, things like that. So I think that was his character was definitely I would say a key point into all the other characters to kind of like develop in a way. Main character Lee.
Yeah. I don't think we can. Yeah, be disgraced not to mention her.
Yeah.
I think one thing about her was like her cold-heartedness in the beginning and her numbness of all of it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like as a photographer, you're not there to like feel emotion. You're there to like to capture the moment so other people can feel emotion. I think she said that in the movie.
Yeah.
And it's inhumane, but it's like she's got to get a job done.
Right.
And I think that was her whole thing that she was trying to put on this little girl because like she was there. She was once there at that point, and she wants to make sure she knows what she's getting into. But yeah, I really liked her. It was good acting, man. It was good acting. I think she really did a really great job.
It's interesting how you say that and how the one thing she avoided was the one thing that got her killed in a way. The emotion part.
Yeah, her being emotional.
Yeah. Of helping her from not getting killed. Well, I mean, honest. She made me mad, man. She made me mad because like, what are you doing? Like but like we said, it's about like you see how in this business like it can get greedy to get that one shot, to get that one that one picture that could change everything.
Because it was multiple people trying to get that shot too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They was trying to be the first ones to go get it.
Yeah. So yeah, and this was that part had me shaking my head. But anything else you guys want to cover? What else is on the list?
When you talk about Jessie,
Jessie.
she grew up the movie.
She did.
She had a lot of character.
She had
Yeah.
some.
The most, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Started off innocent. Started
Yeah.
off. She didn't know
Ignorant and
what she was
innocent.
doing.
Obviously.
I mean, innocent in a way, like she
this was new territory
She
for her. She
yeah,
wasn't like
she was
She
she was very
ignorant. She didn't know
emotional.
what she was doing.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
emotional.
She didn't know what she was doing.
Then at the end, she got a little too comfortable.
She
She was moving reckless.
Yeah,
we kind of saw her and Lee switch.
Yeah,
switch
Lee was
sides.
very like
Yeah.
frightened and kind of like timid on her
No,
lap.
I wouldn't say frightened. Well, frightened, yes.
She was like,
Not timid. I would say more in a way where like this is like.
I think she was
overwhelmed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
overwhelmed. Yes, for sure.
I think the loss of her losing her
Sammy?
friend
Yeah,
was really what triggered, her humane side coming out, and
Yeah.
all these moments that was like, wow, this is crazy.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Another thing too, kind of got me questioning. Also, let's go back to what's his name, the guy with the red glasses. His name is Jesse, right? Jesse Plemons.
Yeah.
And that question when he asked him,
Oh, what kind of American are you?
what kind of American are you? That question
Yeah,
had me
that was crazy.
just like in my head.
Because
like
some people ask that question today
Yes,
on Twitter.
today.
They're on there on Twitter doing that.
Exactly. Today it asks you that
But
question.
To that extreme is like, yeah, that's crazy.
And mind you, and they were afraid to say what type of
'cause-
Americans they were. In my head, I'm like, is it anybody who lives in the United States border American? But also at the same time, that wasn't the case at all. And yeah, that question had me baffled. It had me just like, wow, like to ask that question, what kind of American are you? And having a gun point at your head and knowing you don't even know what's the right answer, kind of gets you to like, hey, if I say this, am I gonna die? If I say this, am I gonna live?
Yeah.
And yeah, that I feel like that scene was important, very important.
Yeah.
Very important. It speaks
I think-
volumes too.
I think he was gonna shoot them anyway, but I
You
think
think
he
so?
was a little off in the head a little bit.
I
But-
don't know. Actually, I don't.
You don't think so?
I know.
But all them bodies though is like,
Yeah,
I think he would have shot them anyway.
right. Because
It was escalating at the end.
in a way, yes.
Yeah.
In a way, it kind of who knows that all those are not all Americans in there, you
Right.
know? It kind of left it to you like, dang, it really doesn't matter if you're American or not. You're still gonna die, And also too, with the one of the Asian characters,
He said Hong Kong.
yeah, and
Immediately.
in a way, it kind of shows that, and it kind of shows that the United States or probably don't even have any type of relationship,
Like no one
with
came
any-
to come help.
exactly,
with
yeah,
The Civil War.
yeah.
Thing.
which is kind of very interesting. It kind of shows that too, yeah, and
That's
in a
that's
way,
a good point.
yeah. Those are some things I was like in my head. I was just like, interesting, very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Talk about this one.
Yeah, it really is a lot to talk about. It really
Um,
is. But how would you guys rate the movie? Actually, yes, I'll start with that. How would you guys rate the movie?
I gave it a 4.5 actually. This is a movie. I normally say this. I consider this a war movie,
Mm-hmm.
and I normally don't like watching war movies, but this one was a very interesting perspective on how they showed the war through a different, perspective of the characters to the press. So
Yeah.
a lot of insightful things. I think this is a very symbolic movie, a warning movie maybe. Something that we need right now.
I feel like with every film, like there's always a message to give. You know what I mean? There's always
Yeah.
a message on there, and this one was a very loud one,
Mhm.
honestly.
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
I would definitely give it probably 4.5 too, because I see no flaw in this movie. I'm not gonna lie. I don't see a flaw. I'm just speaking for myself. I would have probably liked to have a more specified reason, like the actual why this happened. That probably would have pushed it over the edge for me. But like they said, they probably left it up into interpretation, which is okay.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. But yeah, that's definitely a 4.5.
4.5. Okay. Honestly, I'm on the same spectrum also. 4.5. I don't know. Maybe I need a rewatch. Maybe I need a rewatch. But honestly, like he said, I don't see any flaw in this film either. It was enjoyable from start to from start to finish. Um, it was just yeah. I was in my seat, intrigued throughout the whole film, and it just gets you to think. You know what I mean? It's the type of film that gets you to think.
especially as an American.
Yeah.
Because like normally when we watch war movies, it's like the settings in a different country.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah.
It kind of like brings a realization of like war can happen anywhere.
Exactly.
Like, we're so like
Yeah.
boxed in as Americans, thinking that war is always outside of us and it can't touch like our
Or
neighborhood.
surf. Yeah.
But like this film did a really good job of like showing that like stuff can change tomorrow.
Stuff can change tomorrow. Yeah. And yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. It's just more just like, why would I be doing in this situation?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You see, we saw some people go off by themselves and act like the war didn't happen. Like,
Right.
That's their choice. People make choices in war.
Yeah. And it seems like in this film you had to choose a side. You know what I mean? Like, and there's good and bad side. Even though you were living in the border states of the United States, like apparently there was still a bad and good, which was just yeah, and yeah, that part had me just like, sheesh, okay. But my question is, why is it not a 5 out of 5? Okay.
For me, this movie is not a 5 out of 5. There's not like a specific flaw I can draw to, but it's tough. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's
But it's like when I see a 5 out of 5 movie, it's like it kind of blows me out the way. It's like this movie.
That is true.
yeah,
I maybe have to I have to rewatch. I have to rewatch it.
Yeah.
To like truly see the range of what I'm gonna rate it as. But like I think it's a great movie. I think it's
yeah.
well executed.
Yeah, I can agree to that. It's not a film that like it blows like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That type of feeling, but it's definitely a good watch, definitely an enjoyable movie. You definitely get something out of it. You definitely walk away thinking like, okay,
Yeah,
you gotta.
I'll be thinking about this for the next 3 days.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, this was a good one. This was that's probably what so far, and this was the first film in April so far, right?
We watched Monkey.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So the second film, okay, off to a good start in April. Off to a good start. 2 for 2. It's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not sure what else is coming out, but yeah, man. Any other
A24 hits again.
A24 did hits again. What's coming up next? Oh my gosh.
That'll be coming out next week.
Rebel Moon.
It is?
Oh my god.
It's not even dropping in.
It's on Netflix.
It's not. Oh, it's only on Netflix. Rebel Moon. He's probably the only one watching it because I haven't even seen the first one.
Yeah.
And yeah.
You on TikTok, I'll do that.
No, for real. But yeah. Any last thoughts?
Oh, Kirsten does. There's the first time I seen her back in a movie. So like
Mary Jane.
Mary Jane.
I love
Yeah.
Mary Jane, man.
I love to see her back on the screen. It's good movie.
Loki, like I wasn't even thinking about Spider-Man when I first saw
This is
it.
a whole different thing.
And
Yeah.
at the beginning, I was.
Really? Yeah,
That was my first time seeing it.
I was like, Kristen Dunn. I was like, I've seen this name before.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wait a
I
minute.
haven't watched her in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't. But no, this is it's a good film. It's definitely a good film. Definitely recommend. We definitely recommend going to see it.
Must watch.
Definitely a must watch. I recommend everybody go see it. You would definitely walk away from this. Asking questions. Thinking about something.
It's not even heavily political.
It's not, but it can be. It can be.
Yeah,
But
it's what you want to think.
exactly. And that's why we say I feel like the writers did a great job leaving certain things, interpreted to the audience, and yeah. But yeah. With that being said, please, subscribe. Help us grow the channel. You know what I mean?
Comment what you think down
Yeah,
below.
we see it, man.
Y'all watching? We see the views going up.
Hey,
we see the
you know
views.
what I mean?
Yeah, we
You
love
know,
it.
We start. Everybody starts from somewhere, you know, and we're growing and we're growing and we love it. And please, you know, comment what you think about the movie. If you plan on seeing it, you know, let us know. If after you see it and you come back, watch the video, and you know you saw something that we didn't see, let us know. Let us know. And it's gonna be you know, let's chat it up. So, but with that being said, I'm Sam.
I'm Kyle.
Chris.
And that'll do, ladies and gentlemen. See y'all next time.